Hello everyone, welcome. We are continuing our Future Fight story mode journey with its ultimate mode. As you can see, I made a change in my team. I replaced Null with Dr. Octopus because Null is prohibited in the ultimate mode. So, let's start with our first part, Emergency Dispatch. Alright. I'm not clicking skip, just like in the normal mode. But I'm not even waiting for long to show all the dialogues. I'm just showing you glimpses of them. Alright. I am pretty depressed, by the way, if you ask me how I am. Nobody's watching the videos, but this is not the case. I don't care. I just make it for make these videos for if some people are interested in the gameplay of the story mode of the game, and if they are, I hope I can provide some content for them. That's not the case. Nobody watches this channel, but I'm depressed about the state of the world right now, especially with the improvements in AI. I've been trying to create things for a long time. By the way, we passed the first mission. I've been trying to create content for a long time. Not just content, I'm trying to create art in my, in my real life out of this channel. I have a band. I've been composing music since I was 14. And, now with all this AI world we're about to dive in, it just feels like all my efforts, all my enthusiasm about art feels like it's all going to become obsolete, because every platform will instantly generate AI content for you in the near future, and the majority of people doesn't care about who creates their entertainment, so they don't ultimately care about the artists behind them. So they will do nothing to block it. They will consume it like brainless slop eaters. So, pretty depressing stuff to think about. It will be almost impossible for human artists to find an audience for their art. But this is what mega rich people want, and this is what the average consumer wants. They want to consume slop. It was already the same before AI. They've been consuming the same generic movies, generic TV shows, same generic songs, the same samples used over and over, same lyrics, same styles used over and over, while real indie artists were, thriving to find an audience. They just didn't care. They never cared for good art. But with AI, it became more obvious than the word obvious can, possibly tell. We need a better word than obvious to properly articulate the the seriousness of the situation. But whatever. I was speaking about this topic while playing the game. I couldn't provide any insights for you. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty depressed. You can see the first missions are still easy even in the ultimate mode, but it takes longer. It takes a longer time, as you may have realized. The missions take pretty longer compared to normal mode because there are more those droids, and they have bigger health bars. So yeah, as you may have already noticed, it's taking pretty longer compared to the normal mode, and it will get harder and harder with each mission. And trust me, there will be missions where you will need my guidance and insights. But for now, I can't provide that much transformative content for you. But this is a pretty personal channel. I love speaking about myself, my memories on this channel, because almost nobody watches, and I'm feeling more free in this channel. I get maximum of 5 views in my recent videos, and if just one person is seriously watching, that's enough for me. Maybe I can how can I say, I can entertain them with my thoughts about the world. And I still struggle a lot with maintaining the fluency of my English in most of my videos. Still dialogues with Ultron. That's great. Sorry, I skipped it. Sorry about that. So, and that's it. It was still pretty easy. But the missions will get longer and longer eventually. So, alright everyone, see you in the part 2 of the Ultimate Story Mode. I hope you liked the video, and stay for more. Goodbye.